there's the man himself. Speaking of the man himself, we have the great Desmond Bishop in studio, a head bopping away there too.
Desmond
Gallagher, you got your air guitar on there.
Yeah, it was really great, man. I like to rock out when I walk into a Red FM studio. Jeez, I tell you, man.
Turn the speakers
I remember when this was a youth station. You have destroyed this place.
No.
Rory Gallagher, grey hair. I mean, this is depressing.
Well, you're the one with the tour called Grey Matter. So
I know, yeah. I figured you were the right guy to talk to, man. You were the right guy to talk to.
You're probably dyeing that mop of yours, unbeknownst.
I had been dyeing it. I had to stop. I stopped dyeing it. No more just for men.
Yeah, we just dismantled the radio station and took all the best bits and kept them and added our own little flavour to it.
Listen, man, it's great. I believe Red FM is the king of Cork now.
Yay! King and Queen of New York and Cork. Okay, hold on. Let me clear an ad break. Come back to you in a second. You're an awful saucy man. If I didn't have thick skin, grey hair and Rory Gallagher.
I'm sorry. Well, listen, it's great. It made me feel really comfortable about who I am. Yeah. I'm 40 tomorrow.
You look at me and you feel good.
Well, it's not that. But I don't know. I feel I understand you more now.
What's it like being 40 anyway?
Well, I'm not 40 yet.
Well,
this is my last day.
Yeah, how do you feel about it? Are you depressed?
I don't know, man. To be honest, I really think the only thing that's going to change is I'm going to feel a lot more guilty when I'm with a 20-year-old.
But that's
about the only difference.
You look about a 20-year-old, so don't.
What are you talking about, man?
Fantastic.
Trust me, I'm a year away from Botox.
Not at all. I don't know why you're dissing yourself like that.
What are you going to do? The Irish people don't like overconfidence. You have to play it like you're not an arrogant beastard. Yeah, they say that when you were away in China, that was kind of one of the things you missed. Was it the Irish sense of humour and Irish sarcasm and Irish wit? Was it? Oh, that was well, I was saying that, but really, actually, to be honest, the Chinese love telling me I looked old. Honestly, all my sort of issues about feeling old came from the Chinese. Seriously, because they're very abrupt. So when I stopped dyeing my hair, like all Chinese men dye their hair. Like if you look at the Chinese government, right? If you ever see a picture of the Chinese government, it's literally just entirely black hair. Some of these guys are in their 80s. It's
80-year-olds with black shiny hair doesn't make sense.
It's culturally acceptable to dye your hair. So when I let my hair go grey or white, as they call it, they were just like, "Oh, you're too old. You look so old.
You're too old, Mr. Bishop."
Yeah, really. They're like really abrupt. And then I got very plus they were always like, "Oh, you're 38. 37 when I got there. You're 38. You're 39. You're not married. Like, what's the matter with you? You have no prospects now. Like you're too old.
You're over the hill."
Yeah, I'm a leftover man.
Do you feel that tomorrow you will be over the? I mean, like, can I say? Because 40 passed me a long time ago. Well, a while ago. But 30 was worse than 40. 30 was giving up the party days. Yeah. At least on paper, anyway.
Well, I was in Havana's last night, so I haven't given up anything yet. And I tell you, man, I was out last night. People that were there, fair play to them. I mean, it was good crack. It was like National Geographic, man.
Yeah.
It was like watching another species and how they behave.
And that's only on a Tuesday night.
Oh, man. They were so young. I actually felt guilty. Like, I felt like it was okay that I was there just having a look at how the generation that's come after me behave, but I did not feel super comfortable. I was just literally...
Why?
Because I just felt so old, and they didn't care, because like that's what celebrity, like Irish celebrity does, is those girls think, "Oh, Des Bishop, cool," but I'm looking at them and going, "Oh my God."
Could you walk into Havana then and have any girl you want? And I don't mean that in a sexist way to women, but that really, because you're a good-looking guy, that they are just
well.
They just want to be.
Can I just say that was not the goal. That is not what happened. I don't know if I could have any girl I want, but I could tell you right now, I no longer have the patience to wait till 3 a.m. It's like, look, I'm not going to be standing outside Paddy Ponchero's or its equivalent, which is showing how old I am. I'm not going to be waiting outside Paddy Ponchero's until 3 in the morning to come home and get the old garlic fries kiss off you at the end of the night. I'm happy. Listen, man. If you checked Cork Snapchat last night, I must be in at least 150 people.
Do you mind that?
Snapchats. It used to bother me more, but now it's just like, if I'm going out, I'm basically saying to like my other older buddy, "Listen, we're going out to be Snapchatted by a load of young women. And God forgive me, but there's a certain enjoyment to just being around that much."
It beats being ignored.
As I said to the lads in Havana's last night, I literally walked through the door of Reardon's, right? And I got mobbed. And it's not always like that, but it just so happens that it happened like that. All these girls came around me. And I looked back at the bouncer and I said, "I've been going out in this town since 1995. This did not happen when I would have been with these girls. I mean, I would have killed for that back in 1995. Yeah. And I walked into pubs on that street and nobody gave a crap about me."
Yeah.
So,
but But superstars say that. People throw Mercedes-Benz at them. They throw sports cars at them.
That's not happening to me.
Musicians have guitars thrown at them when they don't need them. They needed them when they were hungry and young. You know?
I got a Lexus off Kiri's Lexus. I paid full price. I didn't even get a discount.
God damn, you should have got a free one.
Yeah. Not great service in Kiri's. I'm not putting them down, but just for the record, I've never got a free car.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I've got 10% off a suit from Brown Thomas because I'm wearing on the late.
You should have a 40% discount from BT.
Now that I'm 40, yeah.
That's for every year of your life. You know, a buddy of mine is a friend of Daniel Craig's. He happens to have 007 on his...
Now you're dropping real names.
Yeah.
Maybe I could drop like Ronan O'Gara.
But right up there.
You're dropping international
right
stars.
Up there with James Bond. But apparently Craig has a rule. When he goes, and he likes to go for a few pints, and he likes to get out in New York, but he says the rule is no photographs, no selfies, but I will shake your hand as long as you move on.
Right. Well, that's Cillian Murphy does that.
Does he?
Cork superstar. He will not take pictures, and we're good buddies. We're in college together. I stay with him when I'm in London. Well, he's moved back now, but I kind of, in a way, on one level, I respect it because I think, wow, that's a confidence in who you are and what your relationship is with the audience.
And they're the people that put you where you are, I suppose.
Yeah. But for him, it's different. He's playing a role, and that's his responsibility to play that role, and then that's it. For me, I don't know. Personally, I've never felt like I could do that. Didn't really want to do that, but I'm not afraid to tell people that are annoying to F off.
Would you do that?
Oh yeah.
Have you done that?
I mean, even if I'm in a bad mood, I love doing it. If I'm in a bad mood, I love the aggro. It's like a way to like unleash. It's like, listen, mate, you're just an annoying little kid. This has nothing to do with you. I got a lot of stress at home, but you're getting it all right now, buddy. You open the door, and I am unloading. I am going to project my issues onto you,
and off you go. But you wouldn't get that attraction in Manhattan, would you? You'd be able to go.
Are you kidding me? Nobody knows me. I am only famous in Ireland, and I'm most famous in Cork. If I want to break from fame, I just have to go to Newry. You know, I just like most people go to Newry to get cheap booze. I go there to get a minute's peace.
If you went back to Beijing now, would you be selfied?
Well, you get a little selfie from Chinese people who think it's funny to have like a tall foreigner in their picture, but no, I'm not. I'm certainly not well known. Yeah. Actually, I've done a few TV shows, so a few people know me, but I can assure you, if a Chinese person goes, I saw you on the TV, I'll probably hold them for an hour. I'll probably get a selfie with them and be like, this person actually knows who I am. I'd be very excited.
We've got the DVD, which is just pretty much summing up.
I filmed it in Cork. I finally filmed a show in Cork.
And it's telling of the China trip, yeah?
Yeah. It's like a TED Talk. It's like an hour-long TED Talk with punchlines, literally. But it's good fun. There's some good bits in there. There's some extras. You know, because I filmed it in Cork, I was doing a lot of sort of asides. I sometimes do asides about you, but I didn't bloody film one, which is frustrating.
Do you make people laugh when you talk about me?
Yeah, well, I just do a joke about people calling in, like, you know. So, Neil, today it's like, there's 50,000 Muslims. Like, there's only 50,000 Muslims. If Irish people stopped having sex and Muslims had load of it, maybe we should worry about Muslims. You know, I didn't even know what that guy was saying. But, no, I just do jokes about people calling in and the things they complain about.
And well, I've arrived then. If I'm continuing to make it into your repertoire, things can't be all that bad.
Listen, it's positive. Sometimes Neil, sometimes I go, Neil, becomes like a catchphrase throughout my show. So anytime I say anything remotely controversial, I'll add a laugh to it by going, Neil! You know, like sometimes I'll say, he can't talk about Knocknaheeny like that. There's good people up there. There's good... I mean, I don't go there myself.
But I hear her third hand.
Yeah, so all that, you know, I do that.
Are you in love now? When you were in China, did you meet the lady?
I'm in love with a Chinese lady, but it's very complicated. Very difficult.
Relationships are, man.
Yeah, but that's long distance. Some people go, geez, long distance sounds great to me. Like my girlfriend or my boyfriend's a pain. But
so she's over there and you're not?
Yeah, she's over there. She's in.
You got to get that sorted. It's not supposed to be that way.
I know. I wish she'd want. I hoped she'd want to come west. But, you know, she's busy. She's an actress and she's busy. And there's not a lot of work for non-English speaking actresses in Ireland or America at the moment.
You could meet her halfway and live in Germany
Tibet.
Or something.
Yeah, live in Turkey. But no, that's a toughie, you know.
I mean, on a serious note, I read last week in the tabloids that your mum is unwell and you and your brother are really hands-on.
Yeah, we're back and forth
with caring for her, and it's.
I mean, I didn't even want to get public about that, but what happened was.
Oh no! My thoughts are with you on that.
Oh, thanks. Well, she loved you. I mean, I don't know if you remember meeting her, but she certainly loved the interview.
Yeah.
That time she came over to Ireland. It was after my dad died, and I was touring around the place doing loads of press. and she actually said that your interview was the best.
Wow, she's got great taste, your mother.
She has great taste, yeah. But anyway, I didn't even want to talk about it, but what happens is, like, you come back and then people are like, so how's New York? And you want to start sort of making up a story, and then you just go, I'll just tell them, because it's like all consuming, looking after an elderly person, you know? Like, it kind of takes over.
Yeah.
So here's the funny story about my mother. She's a like really stubborn mule, right? So she fell, she broke her hip. I had been telling her for 2 weeks she needed to slow down. She kept fighting with me. So she didn't call me for a day and a half after she broke her hip. I called her after a day and a half. I said, Ma, because I was away for 2 days. The 2 days I was away, something happened, right? So I called her. I said, Ma, you haven't called me for a day and a half. I know. Something happened. What happened? I broke my hip. I said, I know. Why didn't you call me? She said, I didn't want to talk to you. Why? Because you were right. Like, how sad is that? I've been looking after her every day, but she can't, you know, she wouldn't give me the satisfaction. And like, I didn't want to be right. I wanted her to not break her hip.
Yeah.
But that's looking after the elder. It's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah. Well,
you know, looking after my dad was a dream. He was like the dream patient. Looking after my mother's tough because she fights.
Yeah, because she was the doer of everything.
Exactly.
And she has to surrender because of her illness. She's surrendering a lot. It's not an easy thing to do for her.
I'm sure plenty of people out there identify. And I have sympathy for her situation. I would not. I'm a controller like her. I like to be in control. I would not deal with the transition very well.
Tomorrow you're going to be 40 and it's all downhill, mentally and physically from tomorrow on.
It is.
Things will start not working
if George Clooney didn't exist, I'd actually be on antidepressants right now. But I'm holding on.
Holding him
There's
up.
There's a picture of George in my room now saying, come on, it all starts here. This is when the fun really starts. I'm going to have some Nespresso and some hot, rich ladies in my life.
On that note, I'm going to leave you go. You've got a tour coming up, though. Which is
I'll be back in Cork in March, back in the Everyman, and so come check that out.
Have a good Christmas. Anything planned?
I'll be back in New York for sure. Yeah. And then I'll be back in Ireland in the beginning of January, touring all over the country.
Okay, we'll talk again then closer to the tour. Can I give away a couple of the DVDs?
Oh, please give away DVDs. We probably don't even have them here yet. They're not out yet. I would have signed them, but I'll sign them the next time, or I'll sign them after the show.
Okay, I'll sign them and pretend I'm you.
Thank you. Oh yeah, sign my name. Yeah. You'll struggle with the Chinese one.
Great to see you, Des. I'm out of time. The great Des Bishop. Made in China. We'll give away 5 copies of that now. 1-850-104-106.